To understand, ever since you introduced the EPS system, there was a public outcry until the president came in and said it should be halted, subject to review. We want you to give us the update. How far have you moved in reviewing that system?
Thank you very much. Number one, it is the role of the Ministry of Works and Transport to bring the laws or the act which governs transportation across the country. But this one is also guided by Parliament, because the ones who passed the laws, also in consultation with Cabinet, we do it with other stakeholders. The EPS system, this is something that has been on even 20-30 years back, because this is something which was brought in the law even before I joined the government. I think by then had not even, I was in the P1, P2. That is the roads, the Traffic and Road Safety Act of 1999. As the President guided, we stopped this one, and we are now going back to review the law, but also consulting other stakeholders.
Most people were crying about the limits, especially towards the highly built areas, like Kampala in town. You go through certain areas, they say above 50, you're getting a penalty of maybe 400,000, 200,000. People were saying these are crazy sums of money, like the company that was in charge had just come to reap from Ugandans, in fact, land or whatever they have. That is the public feeling, that whoever came up with those figures basically did not mind about the common person it's going to affect.
I'm very sure if this money was going to government of Uganda, a few people could have complied. And even sometimes government of Uganda, we have the laws, but we keep an eye on our people. For us as government, we mind so much on teaching people what to do. It wasn't that maybe this money was specifically brought because this Russian company wanted it. That was not the issue.
It wanted it, definitely. That's why it was expensive. That's why it, more than 80, is it 80% was going to the Russian company?
Exactly, but I'm very
sure
if this
Ugandans were like, so we are paying for what exactly and for who?
That couldn't really have been a problem, because I've showed you how these laws have come since 1999. We also consider much the public outcry. This is something we are going to change, but when we change it still, we request our Ugandans to follow the laws. Because even if we took back to 28 days, some of the Ugandans will not pay. I'm very sure even your own car, if we checked it, you have tickets which you have not paid.
I don't have.
For the last 2 years.
I don't.
We have seen many. The other day an MP visited me here. We checked in her car. She had about six tickets, which had accumulated between 2022 to 2023 before this enforcement. She didn't know.
But do you realize government sometimes, like I always say, you work like fire brigade. You know, you just wake up, start things. What you're doing right now, consultations and reviewing, is what you should have done in the beginning before introducing this.
Government does not work like that. We consult, but only.
So who came up with these figures? Who suggested these figures?
The figures of the
penalties.
The penalties.
Yes.
No, the penalties, you people, you didn't understand it well. They did not increase, but the only problem was that if you don't pay the ticket, for example, if they have given you 200, within 72 hours, those are 3 days, if you have not paid it, it should start penalizing 50%. That's why the problem was. Now the question would ask, who reduced the grace period from 28 days to 72 hours?
So who was that?
This was a request through the members of parliament.
You mean the MPs are the ones?
Yes,
they
requested
all
us.
This?
They requested us because when we went to the stakeholders, one of the members of parliament were concerned. Why do we put something which is not implemented?
The transporters were met after outcry
we met them
started.
We met them before. We had about 3 meetings, one at Mistil.
Did you consider any of the suggestions that they were giving, or you just wanted to hear them?
Yes,
because I don't think they would have agreed with what happened.
We considered them, but one of the ideas which they gave us, that since you have also brought this, we request you to expand the roads within the cities, that the roads are a bit narrow.
You know, there is speed, the money that someone has to pay as a penalty, and the grace period. So of the three, what are you reviewing?
One, we shall review the grace period, that if we have got a ticket to pay, right now the law is saying, as we are re-amended in 2023, that you are supposed to pay a surcharge or a penalty if you don't pay your ticket within 72 hours. We shall take it back, that if they give you a penalty, you don't pay within a period of 28 days, it will attract a surcharge. That's number one.
Which surcharge? Should it be 50% or still it comes down?
That's now the point we are going to negotiate with
because
the public.
50% is huge.
That's why we're going to negotiate with the public, but we are considering it, bringing it lower. 50% might be high for us to have the participant. Then number two, we're also going to look at a penalty. If you are caught over speeding, we say you pay 2 million. That money is a bit high. We're also going to reduce it. Then number three, the issue of the speed is not negotiable, because the speed, neither me or you can properly control your car, so that one is not negotiable. We are going to leave it at that, but only we shall see when you get a ticket, at what time you are supposed to pay. That's number one. Then number two, in case an event you don't pay in the given time given to you, the surcharge, how much, we shall reduce it from 50%. Then also maybe the other amount, specifically on speeding, but other charges, you don't have lights, you don't have what, those ones will remain the same.
People are wondering, how do you drive at 30 kilometers per hour? It's like you're just walking. It's a snail speed or pace, 30 kilometers per hour. People are wondering, how do you even start driving at 30 kilometers per hour in town? Because they imagined people should instead walk.
Not all roads in Kampala, they are saying drive 30 kilometers per hour. Each road in the town here, most of them, they have different speed limits. But the problem is we don't have enough road signages for people to read.
So if there is no signage, let's say you want to reintroduce this law, and you're telling people it's supposed to be 50 here, but there is no signage. Who do you blame?
We blame the public because they
why would you blame someone when yet you're supposed to be showing me that
when
this is the
we put those
speed?
road signs, they are metallic and very attractive. Individuals also see them vandalizing them, they don't report.
You can use plastic.
Maybe then also these factories which buy those metallic materials, they are from here, and the workers are there, they see a thief bringing it to say they don't report.
And then who owns the company that was taking the money? Who owns that Russian company? Who are?
This company, for us as Ministry of Works, we don't have control over them. The president was very specific, said the Russian company came in Uganda specifically to handle the security component of it. And the security component of it, the role was given to the Ministry of Security, that is the office of the president. They are the ones who are managing it, but so far since we partner with them, to give them ideas and support them. This is a Russian company owned by the Russian people. According to the documents we see, even me, I found it in the place because when they were passing this, I was not in this office, but as far as I know, the people we meet... There
are no Ugandans who have stakes in that company.
The agreements who are there, I've not seen the Ugandans, because the issue of signing agreements to see what the owners, it lies with the hands of the Solicitor General, together with the Ministry of Finance, maybe also the Ministry of Security, who is probably coordinating with them. That's speed.
Speed was just introduced by what we call the inner mafias in government who want to reap big from this and take away from Uganda.
I may not say that because I was not around.
Okay.
Neither was I involved in the negotiations of that. Okay. That's what is from you, the inner mafias. That's something else I'm going to investigate about to see whether it is true.
Okay. And then, so when are you going to finish the reviewing, and when should people expect this to get activated again?
All of this, putting in mind we have to go back to the local person, get his view or her view, the journalists, the members of parliament, cabinet, government agencies, also to sit with these Uganda police, these very Russian people. We have given our time up to January next year.
Is it a political move that actually you wanted people to first forget during this political period and then ambush them afresh by reinstating all this in January after voting?
No, this is not political.
It had become a political problem.
By the time we started enforcing this, we knew elections were there. Otherwise, we could have kept silent, wait for elections. By the time we brought this on table, we knew elections were there and the right to speak.
The people who had already gotten those tickets, they are wondering, have they been pardoned until you have finished your consultations? Are you going to start on a new slate? Or those who hadn't paid and they had already gotten the penalties must clear them?
Yes, we have so far seen very many people are writing to us, refund our money, those who had paid. Ignorance has no defense, and you can't go to court that I knew the law was there, but the law is there, but I didn't know. But also we are Ugandans. We are looking at a point where the president has halted this. People had already paid money. That money had already gone. We are consulting that on the general, the president himself, and the parliament to see this, that there was a law tied on these people. All the things they did, the law was already in place.
Okay.
Now in an event when this one is halted, what do we do?
Okay. So
that on general will guide us, the president and the parliament. And in case they guide maybe refund this money, government is available to do. Now an event where they say since the law was in place, there's no refund, we shall do this and we shall
I mean those who already got tickets but had not paid.
Those ones who got tickets have not paid. As per the present directive, we have told them not to pay. And we have so far routed the system which is doing what we call surcharge.
Thank you so much for according us your time.